Okay, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. So let's start our class. Today we will study about the line charges, electric field intensity due to line charges, and electric field intensity due to ring charges. Okay. In the previous in the previous class we have studied the electric field intensity due to point charges at two different positions with different magnitudes. So now uh, let's start with the uniform line charges distribution. So as line charges lambda is equal to q by d, means the charges distributed over a length d. So implies q is equal to lambda d. Lambda is equal to q by d implies q is equal to by cross multiplication lambda d, where lambda is the per unit length. Okay, so according to the formula we have studied in the previous class, E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon r square. Now replacing the q by lambda d, because now we have the line charges. So in the point charges we have used this formula, but now in the line charges, so we have to use q is equal to lambda d. Okay, so E is equal to lambda d over 4 pi epsilon r square. Okay, so now d is equal to x. In the given example we have a transmission line that is extended from minus a to b, and we have a length of uh, x. Okay, so dx is the small length. So at the start we'll consider dx, and then uh, at the end we will apply integration to consider the whole line charges. Okay, so r r this is actually the small portion of the length dx. So this it acts as a source charge. This is the point of observation, so it's acts as a test charge. Source charge, test charge, the distance between the source charge and the test charge is equal to r. We have studied already in the previous class. Okay, that is the height. Okay, and dq is actually the small charges in the small gap. So for the small fraction, as lambda is equal to q over x, for the small fraction dx, this is the small fraction dx, the charge distribution is equal to dq. dq means small charges, small amount of charges. Okay, but at the end we will consider the whole charges by taking the integration. You may notice this procedure in your bachelor and even in the FSC, that at the start we are considering the fractions, then at the end we are applying the integration to consider the whole length or the whole area or the whole volume. Okay, so similarly we will use the same procedure by taking a small fraction of the length dx, and the charges in this small fraction of the length is dq. So the charge distribution is equal to dq in that small portion. So lambda is equal to d. D means small. Okay, dq over dx implies dq is equal to lambda dx. dq are the charges in small length dx. Okay, where dx is the small length and dq is the small charges. Okay, okay, the active component is y, because uh, this is the whole line, this is the point of observation. So mm, uh, this whole line acts as a source charge, and this point of observation acts as a test charge. So both of these are positive. So what will happen, it will push this test charge in the upward direction. Okay, so if you consider this point, then it will cancel out the the components with this portion. Okay, So and this portion will cancel out the vectors with this portion. So at the end we will left with only this center point, and at this center point uh, the net electric field intensity will be totally in the upward direction, that is in the Ey, and we have no uh, Ex, means Ex is equal to 0, because Ex of this source charge is cancel out with this one. Okay, if I draw, for example, okay, this is actually what the Ex portion of this charge. So now if we draw the vectors of this side, so you can see that these two will be cancelled out. Okay, similarly this one, then this one. Okay, this, so the X component at any point of source charge will be cancelled out with their their counterpart on the other side of the center. Okay, so at the end we have the overall electric intensity in the upward direction. Okay, now dE is equal to lambda dx over 4 pi epsilon r square. From this equation, lambda d over 4 pi epsilon r square. So we have taken a small fraction for the time being. So lambda dx, okay, lambda dx over 4 pi epsilon r square. Okay, now we are we will consider the whole line charges and the whole length. So the whole length is extended from minus a to plus b. Okay, as you see in the figure, from minus a to b. So minus a to b lambda dx, replacing this value, lambda dx over 4 pi epsilon r square. So now this is equation number 1. Okay, we will use this equation later on. Now from the right angle triangle, okay, where is the right angle triangle? This one. This is the right angle triangle. This is the theta. So z is the perpendicular. This is the 90 degree. So r is hypotenuse. Okay, and this portion is actually the base. Okay, so hypotenuse means r square is equal to z square plus x square. Ey is equal to E sine theta. This is the active component, and Ex is equal to E cos theta. This is equal to 0. So as sine theta is equal to perpendicular hypotenuse, means z over r. So z is equal to z, r is equal to z square plus x square. We have taken r from here. This is actually from the right angle triangle. So r is equal to z square plus x square. By putting in equation number 1, okay, this is equation number 1. So putting the values of r for here, okay, sine theta for here. So this is lambda dx over 4 pi epsilon r square into sine theta. Sine theta is equal to z over z square plus x square whole square root. So lambda dx over 4 pi epsilon z square plus x square, okay, into z over z square plus x square. This is actually the value of r square, and this is actually the value of sine theta. We have taken the sine theta value from here, okay, and r square from the previous one. So Ey is equal to lambda z dx over 4 pi epsilon. Okay, now this is actually 1, and this is 1 by 2. Both have the same basis, z square plus x square, z square plus x square, but this z square plus x square have the whole power of 1, and this z square plus x square have a whole power of 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2 is equal to, by taking LCM, we will get 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2. So lambda z dx over 4 pi epsilon z square plus x square whole 3 by 2. Integrating equation number 3 with respect to x. Okay, so where z is constant term. Okay, z is actually the height. This is the constant term, and x is varying. If you have a look over here, so this z is constant while we are varying this x value. So x is acts as a variable while this z is actually the constant. Okay, so lambda, this is also the constant for 4 pi epsilon. Okay, taking it outside the integration, minus a to b z over z square plus x square whole 3 by 2. Okay, yes, Danish, any question? Okay, no question. So lambda over 4 pi epsilon integration 1 over z x over z square plus x square. Okay, as this is actually the formula of integrating a over x square plus x square with respect to dx, means a is the constant and x is the variable. So a over x square plus x square whole 3 by 2. This is equal to 1 over a x over x square plus a square whole square root. So by comparing this with this, so we will get here a is equal to z. So 1 over z x over x square plus z square whole square root. Okay, and limits are extending from minus a to plus b. Okay, so first we have to put x is equal to b, then x is equal to minus a. Okay, by putting b over here, so we'll get this z is actually here b over b square plus z square minus, and minus this one, so minus minus plus, plus a over a square plus z square. Okay, ey is equal to lambda over 4 pi epsilon z. Okay, so b, taking b as constant. Okay, so taking b as outside, b b. Okay, so here we will left with 1 plus z over b whole square. So b will be cancelled out with this b. Okay, again taking a as a as a common. So when a square is taking outside the square root, so we will left with a only. Okay, similarly over here, so a will be cancelled out with this a, so we will left with 1 plus z by a whole square. Okay, now if we have limits changing from minus infinity to plus infinity, then means we have a very large length. Okay, so in this case ey is equal to lambda over 2 pi epsilon z, because putting the values over here, let this is minus infinity, this is plus infinity. So what will happen, anything divided by infinity is equal to 0. Okay, so 0 plus 1, so this will be 1, and again this will be also 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and this 2 will be cancelled out with this 4, so we will left with 2. So lambda over 2 pi epsilon z. Okay, this is the electric field intensity, and y is actually the net component. Okay, uh, because the whole push is applying upward, and upward is the y portion, ey portion. So the active component is ey, while Ex is equal to 0. Okay, so this is Ey. If you want to find the absolute value in the magnitude, so E absolute is equal to Ex square plus Ey square whole square root. So Ex 0, Ey square, as Ex is equal to 0, so square will be cancelled out with this square root. So we're left with E is equal to Ey, and that will be equal to lambda over 2 pi epsilon z. Okay. Okay, now corona ring or the guard ring. You may observe this ring around the insulators, and that is mm, the function of this ring is to uh, reduce the stress, the electrical stress over the insulator, and this is by uh, distributing the charges over the ring, so the electrical stress on the insulators will be reduced. Okay, so it is used for the electric field distribution for insulator string to minimize its maximum value below the corona threshold, and also provide path for lightning or flashover. Okay, in the corona discharge we will study that the minimum value, the minimum voltage that can cause the corona to start. Okay, that can cause the inception of the corona, that is actually called the threshold value or the corona inception value. So this ring is actually acts as a protection to reduce this stress below the corona threshold value. Okay, and it also provide path for the lighting and the flashover. Okay, so uniform charges distribution in the circular form. Okay, so now we will study the electric field intensity due to a ring of charges, because this guard ring is actually in the form of a ring and the charges are distributed over it. So definitely there will be an electric field intensity and electrical stress over this ring. Okay. A uniform charge distribution in circular form is shown in the figure below. Okay, this is the figure. So as you can see, this is actually the top view of the corona ring or the guard ring. Okay, and this in the circular form, the charges are distributed over it, and this is actually the point of observation. And this point of observation is actually uh, centered top. Okay, centered top. So if you can see the side view, so this will be actually like this. Okay, this is actually this centered top. This is the point of observation, and this is actually the ring shape. Okay, so this is the side view, and this is the top. Okay, so point of observation. Now this point of observation acts as a test charge. These are the the source charges. Okay, so here we will have a right angle triangle as well. Okay, this is, now we will consider this small portion of ring, and later on we will consider the whole ring. But for the time being, as we have studied this procedure in earlier, that we are taking the small fraction, then by taking the integration, and we will consider the whole length. Okay, so for the timing we have this small fraction of the ring. This is actually the source charge. Okay, so Q. Now S is equal to R theta. You have studied S is equal to R theta formula in FSC. So here S is equal to what? Uh, okay, we will study this later on. Okay, so first have a look to this Pythagorean theorem. R square is equal to hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So we have this right angle triangle. This is the theta. So it means this is the perpendicular. Z is equal to perpendicular. Okay, and this portion is hypotenuse. Okay, and this is the base. This small. Okay, this small r is actually the radius of the circle, z is the height from the center to the point of observation, and r is the distance between the charge and this source charge. Okay, so hypotenuse means this r square is equal to small r radius square plus height z square. So r is equal to r square plus z square whole square root. Okay, now again the active component is upward. So because these whole rings will apply the electric field intensity on this point, and this point will be pushed on in the upward direction. So the active component is the y, okay, and the x component is constant. So again we have d e y. D is due to the small portion, so d e y is equal to d e sine theta, means the y component. Okay, now for the small length dl, okay, so d is equal to dq, this is the formula. E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon r square, so d is equal to dq divided by 4 pi epsilon r square. And sine theta, uh, sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, so perpendicular is z and hypotenuse is what, capital R. So sine theta is equal to z over r. So putting these values, d is from here and sine theta from here, so we will get d e y is equal to d q over 4 pi epsilon r square into z by r. This is equal to d q z divided by 4 pi epsilon r, and this r square, this become r cube. Okay, so d e y is equal to d q over 4 pi epsilon r square plus z square. Okay, into z divided by 4, 4 square, r square plus z square whole 1 by 2. Okay, now this r square is equal to r square plus z square, and r is equal to this. So replacing r value from here, so r square from here, okay, this is r square, and r value from here. Okay, so dqz over 4 pi epsilon r square plus z square whole 3 by 2, because this is 1 and this is 1 by 2, so 1 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, as lambda is equal to dq over dl, okay, the charge is distributed over a line l, so it means dq is equal to lambda dl. In this case, we have introduced the line charges instead of the point charge, because we have ring charges and the ring charges are in the form of the line charges. So we won't consider dq, rather we will consider the lambda. Okay, so dq is equal to lambda dl. Now for the whole circular area z, this is the integration for the whole circular area. Now we are considering the whole circle instead of the small fraction. Okay, so this circle shows the closed surface, okay, area. So d e y is equal to z lambda, okay, dl over 4 pi epsilon r square plus z square whole 3 by 2. Okay, now as s is equal to r theta, okay, now this is the formula you have studied in FSC. S is equal to r theta, so here s is actually the dl small length, r is the radius same r, and the theta is d theta because of this small length. Okay, so putting the values uh, over here, so s is equal to r theta and dl is equal to r d theta. We introducing theta because limits for the theta are known. The limits for the theta is from 0 to 2 pi, because circle, for the circle the theta limits starting from 0 and at ends at 2 pi. Okay, 360 degree means 2 pi. This is the complete square. Okay, so that is why I have introduced theta. Previously, the integration was with respect to length. So I don't know what is the length for this circular area. So this is difficult for me to know the dl. So that is why I have switched the variable from dl to d theta by using this formula, s is equal to r theta. And now mm, the circumference for the dl and the limits for the whole complete circle is known, and it's a universal value, that is 2 pi. So z lambda r d theta, and d theta limits limiting from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, theta d theta, okay, divided by 4 by all these are the constants for the theta. Now uh, integrating this, so theta, okay, limit, putting the limits 2 pi minus 0 and 4 pi epsilon, this whole thing as it is. So we will get z lambda r, this 2 way we cancel out with this 4, so we will left with 2. So z lambda r over 2 epsilon z square plus r square over 3 by 2. Okay, so that was all about the electric field intensity due to the line charges, and followed by the electric field intensity due to the ring charges. So if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I will switch to electric potential and potential difference. Okay. Okay, no question. So now, what is electric potential? The work done to move a unit positive charge from infinity to a point under consideration against electric field. So here, this is actually the field plus q. Okay, and this is actually the test charge. Now, okay, the field is directing outside, because this is the positive source charge. So always the field will be indicating outside. Okay, if I place a charge, test charge over here, so it will be pushed to outside. Okay, now, but this is not the work done, because it's a natural phenomena that it will be pushing outside the field, because both are these are positive, and naturally it will repel. But now if I am taking this plus q charge against the electric field, so now I have to do some work done. Okay, if I am taking the charge from from infinity to uh, under the for into the point of concentration, point of observation against the electric field. So for this purpose I have to do some work done, and this work done is actually called electric potential. Okay, so V is equal to minus integrating E dl. This E is actually the field of the source charge, electric field intensity. L is the length I have covered from here to here. This is actually the length. Okay, and this minus shows against the electric field. The negative sign shows that the work has been done against electric field by taking the test charge from infinity to point of observation. Okay. Okay, now at electric potential at point A and B due to point charges. As shown in figure, we have a point charge Q, and we have to find the electric potential at point A and B. Okay, this is uh, point A and this is point B. Okay, so now this point is actually somewhere here. This is point B. Okay, so V, according to the formula, V is equal to minus integration E cross dl. Okay, so this is actually the surface line for the A point is here, and for this point is over here. Okay, so now I have to find the electric potential or the work done in moving a charge from point A to point B. So as V is equal to minus integration E cross dl, E is equal to Q over 4 pi epsilon r square. So potential at point A, VA is equal to minus from minus infinity to RA. Okay, Q over 4 pi epsilon r square. RA is actually the radius. Okay, okay, the radius for the point A, and RB is the radius for point B. So minus infinity to RA, Q over 4 pi epsilon r square into dl. Okay, so integrating this whole by with respect to r. Okay, so minus q over 4 pi epsilon, these are constant, so taking it outside, minus infinity to ra r, this is 1 over r square, so r raised to the power minus 2. Okay, so r raised to the power minus 2, integrating it uh, with respect to r, so we will get plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. Okay, so minus infinity to ra, minus q over 4 pi epsilon. Okay, minus 2 plus 1 minus 1, so r is for minus 1 divided by minus 1, minus infinity to ra. Now uh, okay, so putting the values of ra, so we will get 1 over ra minus 1 over infinity, so anything divided by infinity is equal to 0, so q divided by 4 pi epsilon ra. This is actually the electric potential, or you can say a work done in moving a charge from minus infinity to point A, having a radius of Ra. Now similarly Vb is equal to Q divided by, following the same procedures, we will get Q divided by 4 pi epsilon Rb. Now potential difference Va minus Vb. Okay, so this is the value of Va and this is the value of Vb. So VAB is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon. Okay, 1 over RA minus 1 over RB. Okay, now noted that if RA is equal to RB, means both these points are at the same equipotential surface. Means if this is the plus Q charge at the center, and this is the point A, and this is the point B, and if you are moving a charge from here to here, so no work will be done. Okay, so the work done or the electric potential will be equal to 0, because both these points are at the same equipotential, and we have studied earlier in the first class probably that no work will be done if you are moving a test charge in the same equipotential surface. Okay, so this is the case if we have a same equipotential surface, but now we have considered the different equipotential surfaces, so that's why Ra is not equal to Rb in our case. So VAB will be equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 1 over Ra minus 1 over Rb. Okay, now if you are considering these point charges, this is the single point charge, and we find the electric potential at two different points. Now we are considering the line charges. Okay, and we have 2 points, and we are moving a charge from point A to from point B to point A. Okay, so now we will introduce line charges. Same we have done in previously in electric field intensity. So lambda is equal to dq over dl, dq is equal to lambda dl. So by formula minus integration dq over minus over 4 pi epsilon r, putting the values, replacing dq by lambda dl because we have the line charges. Okay, so minus lambda over 4 pi epsilon. Okay, limiting from rb to ra, radius rb to radius ra, and except r, all these the terms are constant, so taking these outside and integrating it with respect to dl. Okay, so 1 over r, 1 over the, as you know, the integration of 1 over x is equal to ln of x. Similarly we have 1 over r, so ln of r, integrating from rb to ra. So putting the upper limit minus the lower limit, so ln of Ra minus ln of Rb. So applying the log formula, ln of Ra over Rb. Okay. So if we uh, replace, if you are inverting these values, so it means you are doing actually, you are taking minus as a constant. So if you take a minus from here, so this will be plus, and here we, we will have RA RB minus RA, because we now minus is a constant, so we have taken minus as a constant, so the minus from here will be removed and will be introduced with this one. Okay, so now ln of RB minus ln of RA. Okay, so that is why we have ln of Rb over Ra to remove this minus, and this is the electric potential or the work done in moving a charge from point B to point A in a field due to the line charges. Okay, now the field is due to the line charges. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask uh, freely. Okay, so studied it, and if you have any issue, then you can ask in the group as well. uh, so after a short break we will come back because the time limit for the zoom has been uh, ended. Okay.